never laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in bloody sheets to drop you 6 feet underneath. They put you in a pine wood box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. It all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose. A slimy beetle with demon's eyes chews through your stomach and out your sides. Your stomach turns to rancid grease, and pus pours out like melted cheese. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you'll eat when you're dead. And the worms crawl out, the worms crawl in, the worms that crawl in are lean and thin, the ones that crawl out are fat and stout. Your eyes fall in and your hair falls out, your brain turns into maggot pie, your liver starts to liquefy, and for the living all is well as you sink further into hell. And the flames rise up to drag you down into the fire where you will drown. Your skin melts off as you descend, and Satan tears you limb from limb. Your suffering will never end. And the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, they'll eat your guts and then shit them out. And when your bones begin to rot, the worms remain, but you do not. So don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for someday you'll be the one to die. And when death brings his cold despair, ask yourself, will anyone care?
All right. How we doing today? Daddy is home. How you guys doing? Back on YouTube. Definitely we'll be back on Twitch a little bit later as well. So make sure if you guys are on Twitch, you have those notifications ticked. We'll be playing DBD over on Twitch. But meanwhile, let's see who all we got in here today.
A pine wood box and cover you up with dirt and rocks.
Bring that up.
It all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose.
All right, looks like we got Harrison, we got Haley, we got Nicholas, we got Ranger, we got Dave, we got Cat, we got Geek, we got Ultimate Gamer, we got did I say Haley? Yes, I did say Haley. We got Kaitis, we got Nicholas, we got Chuck, we got Bendy, we got T-Rex. Holy shit, what is going on? What is going on? Yeah, how you guys like those new emotes?
Your eyes fall in and your hair falls out. Your brain turns into maggot pie.
Bring up my actual channel here. My actual. There we go.
All is well as you sink further into hell, and the flames rise up to drag you down into.
Dad's back. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Who's all on Facebook? I cannot see the name. It says user undefined. I know the penis. That's got to be Paris. Oh, Sean. Sean. Welcome. Sean. How you doing, man? Now that I got that up, I can actually see it. Everything. Like, I am safe from a sip for now. I'm going to refill my water, too, before the Twitch stream. Which, how many of you guys have not joined the Twitch yet? Because, I mean, those shit, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. We are currently over on Twitch. I got a 15 sub goal. We're currently sitting at 8 for the next drunk stream exclusive to Twitch. So if you guys haven't joined Twitch yet, it is free. You can join Twitch, follow me over there for some fucking DVD hijinks. Because I think the way I'm going to do it, since Twitch is more based towards gaming, I'm going to end up possibly using Twitch strictly for DVD. And maybe some other things here and there. YouTube, strictly going to be the horror talks, reviews, reactions and stuff like that. I think that's a good way to sort of relegate what I want to do with both channels. So you're doing good, Sean. That's awesome to hear, man. I should honestly make the drunk streams a YouTube Red exclusive. I thought about that. I definitely thought about it, especially after the last one. Like, oh, I must save my points. No liquids on the plane. Makes it through the airport security checkpoint. You fool, 70% of my body is liquid. So I can go on Twitch, but I don't have an account. I would definitely suggest possibly getting one, Ultimate Gamer, especially if you have Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, we're going to be doing some really, really good like streams on there with watch parties. The first set of movies that we're going to be doing, assuming that they're still on there when I do it, is going to be the Paramount Friday the 13th films, which with the watch party, I don't have to use cast. I can play them directly on stream for you guys. The only caveat is you do need Amazon Prime in order to watch it. I will also be watching The Boys season 2 on there as well. How do I link my Prime account? There is a video, Kaiden. I believe you're in the Discord. Go to the figure share and scroll up. Me and Ghost talked about how to do it. There's a video tutorial in there that will show you how to do it. If not, message me directly and I'll share that video with you. Hey, what's going on, Seth? How you doing? Sean's like, oh, geez. I'm doing good, Sean. I'm doing good. Ready to watch the Never Hike Alone trailer here, or Never Hike in the Snow. Is it okay to show off the trailer? I assume so. Vincent DeSanti has been really good with letting people watch his stuff. I've watched Never Hike Alone on the channel multiple times and never had an issue. So I assume so. I mean, if not, then I am friends with him on Facebook. If I get like a strike or something, I can always contact him. Gaming chat on Twitch. Yeah. Trust me, Chuck. If you join Twitch, I'm not sure if you joined it yet or not. But if you do join it, trust me, you're going to have a lot of fun. It's just like YouTube, except now there are free channel points that you get just simply from watching, that you can make me teabag on command, you can make me drink on command, stretch on command, and there's going to be more coming. Ansley, how you doing? Says, it's out. I ain't even know about Never Hike in the Snow. Oh, we're getting ready to watch it here shortly. I did leave the link to the original trailer down below in the description for Womp Stomp Films. Got to give them their credit. Absolutely got to give them their credit. What's going on, Anthony? I'm going to miss your live stream on YouTube. Like, you mean you're missing the one now? Or are you implying that I'm never live streaming on YouTube? Because I'm going to be live streaming on YouTube. I'm still going to be doing that. There's going to be the commentaries for the horror movies on YouTube. The watch parties are going to be movies that I've already seen and I will have access to through Amazon Prime. I'll be doing that on Twitch. Things are going to be pretty like split. So there's going to be some content that's going to be on Twitch, other content on YouTube. But I still will be on YouTube. Absolutely. Hey, what's going on, Bill? How you doing? Say, yo, it's awesome. I know. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. I'm just giving everybody a little bit of time to come in. And if you may be so kind, drop an elbow on that like button down below. Do it. You know you want to. Go ahead. Bitney says, can't wait for Scream 5 in 2022. I'm very interested where they're going to take the story. I'm hoping it's not going to be a rinse and repeat of the other Scream movies. Like Ghostface shows up, kills a bunch of people, Sidney kills Ghostface at the end. Like, I'm hoping it's not that. I'm hoping that Sidney does, at the very, very least, get killed in this movie and we move on from the Prescott story. Hopefully. Like, we can hope. But I doubt they're going to do that. All right. Looks like we're sitting at about 14 people in, 10 likes in the stream. Fuck it, man. You guys ready for it? If all the channel members can start using those new hype emotes that I just recently put in, I need to see those hype emotes before I start the trailer. I need to start seeing them. For the ones you don't know what I'm talking about, oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, the stream is going to be reaction. This stream is a reaction stream. We're going to talk about Never Hike in the Snow a little bit after the trailer is over. And then once the stream is over, we will be jumping over on Twitch a little bit afterwards, and we'll be getting on DBD. You got to be a channel member to get the hype emote, Seth. Like anybody that has the Camp Juicy sign, like Ranger does, they have access to the hype emotes. You can only get them by being a channel member, unfortunately. Joseph says, I'll be there for the Twitch stream. I greatly appreciate it. I really, really, really do. But all right, let's get into what we're all here for. Where are we at? How do I become a channel member? You can pretty much go down where it says pretty much to subscribe. There should be a join button right next to that. You hit the join button and you can subscribe from there. Well, not subscribe, but hit the join button and do it like that. Geek says, how do I become a channel member? That's same thing. Just go to where it says subscribe. There should be a big sort of rectangle thing that says join in it. Hit the join button. Follow the prompts. I think it's like $2 for membership, and you're in. Ultimate Gamer says, I have to be 13 and I'm only 10. I can't use Twitch. I mean, how many people really follow those guidelines though? Like, I don't think they're going to ID you the moment you sign in. Ultimate Gamer. I mean, Brenda is what, like 12? I think she said. And she's on Twitch. Surprised Paris isn't a channel member. I mean, Paris is pretty much buying his own stuff. So, I mean, his money's going to different endeavors. Never hike in the desert. Never hike in space. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Which, if you guys didn't see, we do have a special guest today. He's going to watch the trailer with me. We just got him in. Put him right here. I'm like 2 years old and I'm on Twitch. It's pretty much. Then we'll get Never Hike in Space, Never Hike in the City. But all right, guys, here we go. This is the prequel to Never Hike in the Snow. So this takes place before Never Hike Alone and is ultimately going to get us into the mood for all the other Never Hike Alone sequels that we're going to be getting. This is my first time watching this, so I have no idea what to expect. Master of Fear, JG, you're lucky you started right as I got off of school. Great. You get to watch it with us. How's the jack-o'-lantern? I think you mean jack-o'-lantern's face moving. It's an animated face. Oh, absolutely, Kaiden. Absolutely. All right, here we go. You ready? I'm gonna give the countdown, and we begin. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Turn it down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, just in time, Ghosts. Oh. Starting off pretty intense. Oh shit. Oh, he broke out the bow and arrow. That's awesome.
Oh shit.
That's awesome. Just seeing him in the snow, like holy shit, man. That looks fucking good. That looks really good. Ooh. October 13th. I like it. It's not that far away either. Oh, nice. Nice. I like that. I really fucking like that. He probably missed. Hey, what's going on, Ty? Yeah, we're doing pretty much the reaction to Never Hike in the Snow on YouTube. Will be on Twitch later. If you feel free, you want to drop by. Oh man, that is really good. That is really fucking good. Like I love just I might have to watch that again. Hold on. We're running it back. I like that rated F for fan fiction. Hey, what's going on, AJ? How you doing? Never Hike in the Hood. Which Ghost, because you're a channel member, check your emotes, man. I dropped 2 more in YouTube. Or I replaced 2. Hey, Machete, how you doing? Like, I like how intense it starts off. And like the snowfall, like holy shit, man. It makes me want to fucking get a cosplay Jason shoot in the snow. Jason using one of those broad arrowheads. Pretty much. Out there looking like Green Arrow. Someone's honking a horn. I didn't pick that up last time. Or is that his car alarm? That's what it looks like. Yeah, because I see like he's got the thing in his hand. That's so fucking cool. Like, just that alone, like, it looks like they're kicking the action up a little bit. Like, since Never Hike Alone kind of already reintroduced you to Jason, they're diving right into it on this shit. Like, this is going to be fucking phenomenal. Like, Vincente DeSanti, if you're watching, man, just from that trailer alone, like, fucking, I'm there. If I could buy a ticket, I'm there. Like, even just like the whole thing being free on YouTube, fucking start charging tickets ever, I'm there. You sold me for the entire Never Hike Alone series. Holy fuck. That is so good. Oh, man. I don't know, but what you guys think about it? How you like it? You guys enjoying it? You liking the direction where they're taking it? So it has a very polished look. I don't know if I really like that look. I don't know. I mean, it kind of fits the Never Hike Alone aesthetic. So it's kind of the same quality. So going from that tone, like I kind of, it does have a polished look to it compared to the other Friday the 13th films. But in terms of where we were, it's definitely a lot better. How is my pumpkin moving? My pumpkin is animated. Bill Keaton says best fan film. I can't wait for it. I absolutely cannot fucking wait for it. Bendy says it looks fucking awesome. AJ says snow always provides a good backdrop. It worked for wrong. Very true. Very true. Chuck says, I think it's the bomb, my friend. I agree. I agree. T-Rex says, I hope we get some simplistic, something simplistic but well done kills. I think you are probably going to get that because, I mean, in all fairness, it is a fan film, so the money's not going to be as extravagant to do a shit ton of CGI. And Never Hike Alone did a lot of practical stuff with like the axe and machete. Even the head crush was all done pretty practically. I don't think there was any CGI at all. And knowing how Vincente DeSanti feels about the franchise, a franchise that's built off practical kills up until like fucking we get to like maybe Jason X. Jason X and Freddy versus Jason had a shit ton of CGI. But I think Vincente DeSanti has enough respect for the series that he's not going to necessarily go that way. Plus, I don't know if the budget really calls for it. So I got my faith in him. I absolutely got my faith in him. Ty says, I hope it's better than Voorhees. I did not like that fan film. Voorhees already came out? Are you talking about Vengeance? Ultimate Gamer says Friday the 13th animated series. That'd be interesting. I'd do it anime style. Anime style like Castlevania. That'd be fucking really good. Those Jason shots look like the opening menu of the Friday the 13th game. Seth says, finally a Jason movie in the snow. Exactly. That's part of the reason why Vincente DeSanti did that. Like, abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, shit. We got Ghost coming in with the $1 dono, man. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Just now, got to wait for my... There it is. There it is.
Voorhees Myers donated 1 through Super Chat.
Ty says, Kaiden, they've killed off characters since the beginning of storytelling. Some ways dumb, some ways good. It's about how you do it in a character, in a narrative story that's respectful to the character. Oh, I see what you're responding to, Ty. Because Kaiden said, I just don't want Tommy Jarvis to die in any of the sequels. I feel like he might, and I just hope they don't. Probably not. He's probably not, just because they got Tom Matthews back. But I mean, it would be such a change that I think you could do it and keep things going, especially with the Kyle character. The Kyle character is, I guess, Tommy 2.0. That's, to me, the way they're kind of going with him. So, I mean, if they kill Tommy off and Kyle becomes sort of like the new Tommy Jarvis from that, if he's going as crazy and going through those similar kind of cycles that Tommy Jarvis went through, I'm absolutely fine with it. Ty says, Vengeance. They start with a V. Who cares? I do not like Vengeance. Vengeance had a good idea. They had a good idea. There were some issues that I had with it, but overall, I mean, it's okay. But I think Never Hike Alone set such a high fucking margin that, or such a high level for people of expectations that it's hard to compete with, especially on the heels of that. Hey, what's going on, Paris? JG, what you going as for Halloween? Since Halloween Kills was canceled, I'm doing part 4. Jason, I'm going full out, cutting, weathering, and bloodying the clothes, makeup for hands, the works. My costume this year is likely going to be Freddy. Ghost says, can't wait for Voorhees as well, but I'll catch you guys later. You stay safe. You stay safe too, Ghost. Hopefully I see you later during the DVD stream. Paris says, Vengeance is okay till they included the stupid fucking Necronomicon. Pretty much. Like, they have to get away from the whole Necronomicon thing. T-Rex says, if we ever get a Friday the 13th TV series and it has multiple seasons, I really want Pamela to be the killer for the first season. Yeah, absolutely. I think the way they should do the TV series is every season is a retelling of one of the sequels until you get to where it goes off the rails. Like, if you get the part 7, fucking chop off part 8, or give us a better explanation of retelling of part 8. And then you can add exposition from the beginning, couple episodes, to, like, you know, things that happen between the films that could be original content that we never saw before. Oh, you have a good day, Bendy. I'll see you in the Twitch stream, man. Haley is heading out as well. You have a wonderful day. Hopefully you get Twitch. So that way you can jump over for the DVD streams, Haley. Machete says, do you prefer the display NECA figure boxes showing the side or the front? I personally like showing the front. Ultimate Gamer says, I wish they would make a movie of how Jason survived in the woods. I believe they're somewhat talking about a possible book of that with Stephen King. I know Stephen King was saying something that he wanted to do that was very much in that similar style. Ty says, it was Friday the 13th cameo, the movie, and it felt too much like a modern movie to me. Yeah, it did have that kind of, that modern movie blandness to it. Well, I can absolutely, but the Jason costume did look cool. Like I said, all the elements were there. They just kind of needed to capitalize a little bit more on it. But who knows? Maybe for Vengeance 2, they might. But CJ Graham did a fucking awesome job as Elias. And Jason Brooks, I believe, who played Jason on there, did a phenomenal job as Jason too. Nicholas says he is heading out. I'll talk to you guys again. Hopefully again. You're back for the Twitch stream, Nicholas, if you can get it working. Devin says, how would I stream my phone screen on Twitch? Because I think I could play my mobile games while having conversations with people to make my streams more entertaining. I would probably say look up some tutorials on Twitch. Not Twitch, YouTube or Twitch. That might help. Kaiden says, I just want more Friday the 13th content. When will the lawsuit end? I mean, they already had oral arguments, and now it's just up to the courts. So, I mean, right now, the way the lawsuit is the rights have already been split. They have been set. Horror Inc. was trying to appeal that to get the decision overturned, so that way they can get the rights that they lost back. But it's unlikely. It's very unlikely. So technically, the lawsuit is still kind of over, and each side knows where they stand as far as rights. The only thing that Horror Inc. can possibly hope for is that the court overturns the last judge's decision and gives all the rights back to Horror Inc. That, I believe, is where we're at, if I'm understanding it correctly. Bill says another Friday the 13th icon appearance and the fan film. I do know they are getting Rick back. That is one thing that they are getting for the new Never Hike Alone films. Who played, I believe, the deputy to Megan's father, Sheriff Garris. T-Rex says, I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate Pamela as much as Jason, especially newer fans. Hopefully in a TV series, they would portray her in a more terrifying way to get fans behind her character. Yeah, I absolutely agree. That is why her character was relegated to quite literally like 2 minutes, if even that, in the remake. What I would probably do is I would adapt Pamela's tale for season 1. First half is pretty much her comic book story, maybe rewritten to a certain degree. Second half could be 4 episodes retelling the events of the first Friday the 13th. Or season 1 can just be Pamela's tale. Season 1 could just be Pamela's tale. Season 2 can be Pamela, like we get the time jump in the events of the first Friday the 13th. That could be a possibility. Hey, what's going on, Tug, over on D Live, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's wherever the red dot goes. You bang. Yeah, that guy. Ty says, I just know how I would do a Friday the 13th film. It would be shot in the grindhouse cinema type of way and feel like a 70s grindhouse movie. So something similar to how Rob Zombie shoots, because his movies have that kind of feel to it. I have not seen the video yet, Paris. I have not. Kaiden says, yeah, Pamela's tale is good. Oh, indeed. It is. It is. Seth says, again, Pamela is scarier than Jason. I agree. I agree, because you do not really think that someone like Pamela, that's sort of the whole thing. Like when you see Pamela, even Betsy Palmer's performance, she's kind of disarming. And that whole monologue that she gives when she starts getting more and more unhinged, it's very like unnerving. Like the way you used to start seeing her break and like the hallucinations of Jason in her mind and everything like that. Like she can be absolutely fucking more terrifying than Jason. Jason, you know what you get as soon as you see him. T-Rex says, in a TV series, Pamela should be creepy and unnerving. Jason should be very intimidating and a brute-like character, but should also stay within the realms of reality. I still I'm about to go into Ultimate Gamer because I see the 2 icons. Yes, T-Rex, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. If they do a TV series, they should absolutely have Jason human for as much as fucking possible before they have to go into the whole undead revenant area of his story. And then they can add in Badlands and give us the whole death curse, that we can get a whole season completely explaining the death curse. So I think the exposition that we could get from a TV series to fully flesh out the Friday the 13th lore, that's probably where we should go. But because of Halloween 2018 and knowing what the box office is going to be for Halloween Kills and likely Halloween Ends, They're looking movies. They're not looking for TV shows unless it's a spinoff. And the whole thing is with that, they're going to face certain obstacles if they're doing a TV show and a movie parallel of each other. They're going to try to cherry pick the best ideas from the TV show and shoehorn them in the movies and leave us with shit for the TV show. Like whether it be costume, characters, character development, character arcs, and all of that. Like that's something that you have to worry about as well. And do it live. I give thou full permission to shamelessly plug my channel. Hold on, let me drop your link, Paris. So that way they jump over to check you out. That might be a little bit more productive. All right. Oh shit. I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. There we go. Which there is Paris's channel. Go ahead, check it out. Do I play Call of Duty Zombies? Not for many years. Wakanda forever. You drop them hypes. Drop them heights for never hiking the snow, man. Holy shit. Plus, I just like that emote. Then we got the wow emote. There's going to be more to come. There's absolutely going to be more to come. I cannot fucking wait. Ty says, yeah, like that, but not written like a Rob Zombie script. Because, well, I think that Rob Zombie is actually a good director. He's not a good writer. I agree. Rob Zombie has a high opinion of himself as far as writing. Between House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, he did completely fine. He created a whole thing with his characters that worked really well, and then he started venturing off, and he just did rinse and repeat over and over and over and over again. JG when he plays DVD a lot. Can I react to Goosebumps intro, my version? Join the Discord, Ronald McDonald, and some fries. No, join the Discord down below. Drop it into new video discussion, and I will check it out. I will not only check it out, but I may react to it. But that's the best way to get, because it's easy for me to remember, because I'm not going to remember after the stream, especially knowing that this is the first of 2 streams today. What is going on, Jonathan? How you doing? Never hike in Florida. That's for fucking sure. Not after like fucking hurricanes and then you got crazy people and stuff like that. Have I reacted to Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? I have not. I have not. Never hike at Paris. Oh my god, you people are killing me. Oh man, but that fucking trailer is so good. Let me actually, I think I'm gonna watch it one more time. Why not? There we go. Watch it one more time. I already feel cold just from hearing that. Oh shit. That on me? That's on me. Why are you on me? There we go. There we go. I don't want to blue ball you guys. Here we go. We're going to start that over, just so you guys can see it. Come here, Pumpkin. You watch it with me. What's that? Saying something? You like it too, right? Like I know. You like it. I know, Nick, I know. I love it. Where did I get it? I will drop the link to where I got this guy in the Discord. That way you guys can get one of your very own. The pumpkin is actually the head of chillin'. How did you know? I told you he was being held captive. Like, I love the music too.
Oh, shit.
It sounds like some updated, like, Harry Manfredini type music. Hey, Sebastian, did I see that you were in here? If I didn't, man, welcome. Oh, man, I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait. Mark your calendars. October 13th. It's gonna be happening. I may work that night, but I will be on late to watch that. Abso-fucking-lutely. Is Jason going for a kill shot? I assume so. I assume that he's going for a kill because this is a prequel to Never Hike Alone. So I would imagine, judging by Tommy's reaction to Kyle and the other paramedics, there's absolutely no way they had any other knowledge that Jason was there. Because it was supposed to be when Jason creeps up on Tommy, Tommy said, like, I knew it. I knew it. So I'm guessing that this guy's death is going to be something that validates Tommy to a bit to getting him obsessed to that area. Because, I mean, there is some context to Tommy being there as a paramedic. There absolutely is. But yeah, man, I cannot fucking wait. So I'm doing the blown off finger effect with my hand. Nice, nice. Very nice. Which I think you could like put like stumps on the knuckles and just hold your hand, like your fingers in like that. You could do that. That'd be like, I think that pretty much is a good way to do that. Do you think Tommy will die in the sequels? I think it's very likely that Tommy will die maybe in the last one to kill Jason. That's what I'm thinking. And Kyle will be likely, if I'm going to guess how this is going to end, and I know I'm going to be completely fucking wrong, my guess is this is going to lead up to Tommy and Jason's final confrontation. Jason and Tommy are both going to die together. And then Kyle, at the end, will likely have some kind of hallucination, maybe with Jason's disembodied spirit. Or maybe because both of them die, both Tommy and Jason dying, maybe there's some kind of, they cancel out each other as in the afterlife. Like Jason represents vengeance and the death curse, and then like Tommy could also represent that. But Tommy is about protecting people while Jason is about punishment. And they could be in this like everlasting supernatural kind of fight to keep Jason at bay. If Tommy was to ever lose that fight in a supernatural kind of spectral world, then Jason could always come back. And that would be the thing. But then you also wonder, because I'm thinking way outside the box. I know I'm completely fucking full of shit on that. There's no way that this is happening. But there's probably a way that if Jason comes back at that point, maybe Tommy does as well. So we might see an undead Tommy, undead Jason as counterbalances to each other, where Tommy may help, Jason may kill. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Kaiden says, I do not want Jason to die. Machete, how about they just name them Never Hike? Because I think that's a lesson we learn. Just don't hike, especially in Wessex County. You don't hike in Wessex County at all. Sebastian says, everyone says I look like Rob Zombie's kid, Michael. I don't know why. Oh no, I've never seen a picture of you like actually, Sebastian, so I wouldn't be able to comment. Ultimate Gamer says, I think Never Hike Alone takes place after part 6. No, Never Hike Alone takes place after part 8. I did my one where Never Hike Alone fits in the canon video, and canonically the way Vincent DeSanti, the way he described it to me was that it takes place after part 8. That's why the mask is different, the clothes are different, the toxic waste didn't melt Jason in this continuity, it just maybe dissolved his clothes. So I mean, for all intents and purposes, Jason was butt naked in New York and swam back to Wessex County and ultimately ended up getting a new hockey mask, which was found in the original Camp Crystal Lake grounds, which is why it's also different, because the original Jason hockey mask, I think, was like from the 70s. The hockey mask that Never Hike Alone Jason has is a similar design, but I believe it's from the 50s or possibly 60s. So there is that too. Ty says, yeah, I want Thomas Jane as Tommy and Tiny Lister as Duke for my film. That's a lot of beef. That's a lot of beef. I mean, Thomas Jane could play crazy though. Like, if I was to picture Thomas Jane as Tommy, I would kind of want him sort of maybe as another version of John Shepard's Tommy Jarvis. I think that would totally work. The only thing is you would have to change Duke's character. Like, because of the original backstory that Adam Marcus had intended for him, it still makes no sense. So like, you would have to change his backstory of how he knows about the Voorhees curse and all of that if you're going to reconcile those together, or you keep the continuity separate from New Line and Paramount, and you ultimately do a Paramount version of Duke. And then that also creates a possibility of an alternate version of Tommy Jarvis as well. Oh, thank you, Abba, for the follow over on D Live, man. I greatly appreciate it. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Said, well, in the script I wrote, Tommy is basically Rambo because Rambo is slightly crazy as well as he's a badass. I mean, that could work because we know Tommy had an affinity for violence in part 5. So that could work. He did have that Rambo kind of crazy he had that kind of streak. But I think ultimately it's important to maintain the fear that he also has of Jason. That was kind of the thing that was slightly there in Tom Matthews' version, but slowly dissipated. I think Tommy needs to still stay scared shitless of Jason. Because, I mean, after all, this guy did come back from the dead. He is responsible for the murder of your mother. Basically, you being ostracized from your sister. Like, there's a ton there for Tommy to be scared of. And pretty much, it sort of colors his entire history. Like, growing up, like, even in present day, if you were to put him in present day, it's likely the reason, which I believe Vincent DeSanti has also said in this particular version of Tommy, that his obsession with Jason, always possibly coming back, is what ruined his relationship with Megan Garris, which I can kind of understand, given the Tommy character. That's completely within that realm of possibility. Why are you sad, Abba? Why are you sad? And welcome, Victoria. How you doing? Ty says, it's one of the reasons why I'm saying, okay, Alice was killed 1 year after Friday the 13th part 1. She was with Duke the year prior. The film, she then ran away, got involved with Mr. Christie, and went back to Duke 1 year, and then Duke found out she was murdered by Jason and vowed revenge. Her death didn't take place 1 year, though. Her death took place 2 months after the events of part 1. But I mean, that would kind of, you would have to write it in a way that it would have took place prior to those events that they got together, but it still doesn't make sense as far as how he would know anything about Jason being undead or a Voorhees curse or anything like that. Because for all he would have known, nobody knew anything that Jason was there or anything like that until 1984, 5 years after Alice was killed. So you would kind of have to reconcile that story. Now, maybe it's a Rob situation where after so many years, Jason's in the papers and stuff like that. Maybe at some point he went hunting for Jason, but the whole thing is with that we kind of fall into a rut on is the only time that's not accounted for with Jason is the events between Alice's death and the events of part 2. Everything after that we see seamlessly what Jason is doing here and there and there and there. There's certain little events that we don't see, like him giving Abel the eyeball. There's certain things like that. But big things, like if he came across fucking Creighton Duke, that we would have noticed. Now, we go undead wise, then it's pretty much the only time which I feel like that he could have encountered Jason at that point would have been between part 7 and part 8. Because as I said, with the clothes that Jason's wearing, the way he looks, it looks like we missed an entire movie between part 7 and part 8. But if we look at the timeline, that wouldn't make sense if Creighton Duke was as young as Adam Marcus says. Now, if it was something that Creighton Duke was already sort of a maybe bounty hunter in training or whatever the fuck they do to become a bounty hunter, or like getting up that ladder, maybe he just happened to go across Crystal Lake at some point and Jason resurrected and somehow Duke was able to put him back down, and maybe he conversated with Tommy at that point and they were able to figure out that Jason's not going to stay dead. So while Jason was in hibernation, Duke went out to start trying to gather information about the possibilities of what could be bringing Jason back. I mean, ultimately, he was still dead wrong. Like, he was still dead wrong with his assumption, because the Voorhees killing another Voorhees thing didn't hold, especially if you hold the New Line films as canon. Obviously, there's fucking no one else, and it doesn't make sense, because if the curse doesn't hold, then why is Jason attacking the rest of his family? That makes no fucking sense, because, you know, okay, they'll put me down, but all I need is Freddy to wake me up. So, like, it was like, kind of when you look at it from that perspective, Duke did more harm than good in that kind of sense, which is good, because it's a good character flaw, which I do like. That's kind of the things that drew me to Tommy and why I want him so broken from everything that he experienced. Kaida says, do you think Megan will come back for any of the Never Hike Alone sequel? I think she'll be referenced, but I do not think she'll come back. I think it's very unlikely, because her character is moving on from that, and there's no reason that she would want to come back. As much as she might have loved Tommy in this continuity, it doesn't make sense for her to come back to a place where her father was brutally murdered, and the guy that she loved is obsessed with constantly thinking that this guy is going to come back at some point. She's going to want to move on from her father's murder, so I doubt that she'll ever come back. Yeah, exactly, Kaiden. Ranger, did Jason Hunter versus Clay? Oh, I think you mean from the remake, right? Ty says, I still like that story, Alice being Duke's girlfriend. I mean, it could totally be. I mean, they could have had, yeah, because I mean, if you have Duke as older, because of where in the timeline between 7 and 8 takes place, you could still have Duke being of like a similar age. Actually, could you though? Could you? Because between part 1 and part 8, it's a couple of decades that go by, isn't there? So I mean, maybe it could. I'd have to take a deep dive into the timeline to see exactly how that would fit. But we are dealing with another Roy situation. Nobody says Duke's age. So we don't know how old Duke is. Like, I don't want Tommy to die at the end of the sequels, but it would be cool if Megan came back. I mean, it would be cool. It would be a cool callback, but maybe if Tommy survives at the end, maybe he's finally free of Jason's grip and he actually gets to go back to Megan. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I used to like that part. Like, I mean, I used to like it, but you also have to think, like, when I'm looking at it, Ty, and I'm going back and I'm analyzing things like off stream, and I'm thinking timeline wise, wait a minute. Like that would be fine for an alternate timeline, like New Line thing. That would be fine for it. That would absolutely be fine because New Line is an alternate timeline. As much as Adam Marcus wants to push back against it, it is an alternate timeline. That is not the same canon as Paramount. So yeah, without like pretty much that holding it back, you could absolutely rewrite the Friday history or the Jason history because New Line is just Jason films. You could absolutely rewrite that to where him and Alice did have that connection. But if you start adding in the Paramount films, then you start getting those roadblocks. Personally, I think if you were going to add Creighton Duke's revenge story in any kind of way, I think it makes more sense for Creighton Duke to be related to Ali from Friday 3. Like the biker that Jason killed. Like he knocks him out and then kills him at the end of the movie when he attacks Jason when Jason's trying to attack Chris. Like I think kind of makes more sense. And you make Creighton Duke a kid around that time who looked up to Ali. And you have him grow up in the area hearing all of these stories about Jason who killed his brother or cousin or whoever. You can make them related. And then once Tommy brings him back from the dead, he starts hearing those stories. Then he hears the shepherd story. Then he hears the events that happened in part 8. Now, by then, there's so many collective stories that he's gathering that he's becoming almost as obsessed as Tommy was. And he starts looking into what could possibly be bringing Jason Voorhees back from the dead. What could possibly be doing that? And my guess would probably be that would lead him into the occult of things, because it led Tommy to the occult of things in part 6. He has a couple of books on that. So that is a possibility. T-Rex says the Creighton Duke and Jason story could be explored in the possible TV show. Yeah, if you rewrite the whole lore, you could add those elements in. But it would be, like I said, between New Line and Paramount being separate universes, the TV show would also be a separate universe. So you're dealing with 4 canons if you include the remake. So you got those things to reconcile. So it's pretty much up to you what you consider the correct canon that you like to go with. It's sort of like comic books. Like when you have different universes, like there's 18 different Batman and stuff like that. You can do the same thing with Jason. You can do the same thing with Michael Myers. You can do the same thing with all of these characters. The only thing that they need to have in common is their identity. That's the only thing they need to have in common. If you start fucking with the identity, then you start going down a rabbit hole of disapproval. Ty says, let's say Alice was born in 1960 and Duke was born in 1958. If you go by that timeline, Jason Goes to Hell takes place in 2003. Then it would work. Yeah, but it's the whole thing, like pretty much still where Alice has everything that happens to her in Friday 1. She would not, unless in that 2-month period her and Duke got together, which I don't think is necessarily the case because Alice does seem very independent and wanting to put her own life back together and not really depending on someone else to be there in those 2 months. So you could have it, but it would have to be prior to the events of part 1. And then he would have to find out later on that Jason killed her. But it would only be maybe 5 years after because Alice is presumed missing up until that point. So they didn't even know that they wouldn't even have had an inkling that Jason would have killed her until maybe after the events of part 2 when they find the shack, assuming that they found the shack, which I believe they did. Despite what Adam Marcus says, IMDb and a lot of people have confirmed that it takes place in 2003. Yeah, like I still don't understand that. Like where he says it takes place in the year it was released, it fucks the timeline completely. If we look at it like that, I completely agree with you, Ty, on that. There's no place it takes place in 1990 anything. Jonathan says maybe Creighton could have come to confer with Tommy and try to figure things out if not prepare. It's true. It's true. Although there is no mention of Tommy in the New Line film, obviously, because they don't have the rights to Tommy. So, like, pretty much that's why he's never mentioned. Tommy was supposed to be in the original script of Jason Goes to Hell, from what I remember. But they don't have the rights to him, so they couldn't use him. So they had to go with Creighton Duke and Steven Freeman, I think his name was. Oh, you take your time, Kaiden. Probably I'll be getting off here shortly, and then I will begin setting up for the Twitch stream. Might go grab something to eat, and then be back on. So again, if you guys are here and you're not on Twitch, make sure that you are signed up for Twitch so I can talk to you over on the Twitch stream as well. If you're not following me on Twitch, do that as well. Have a lot of fun on there. Like the channel points, as much as you people keep me hydrated, I never have to deal with anything like fucking thirst. Plus, we are 8 subs in to our sub goal for 15 over on Twitch. We get a 15 subs over there. We are doing a Twitch exclusive drunk stream. We might do a watch party too. So keep that in mind, and I will see you guys there. I'm not getting off yet though. Not getting off yet. Don't get any ideas. Don't hit that X button. Don't go to another channel yet. I can give you like maybe another 20 minutes or so. What is going on, Ethan? T-Rex says, big twist for the TV show. Creighton never had an experience with Jason, direct or indirect, and simply went insane after hearing all of the stories. We all find out that he is the killer. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Like a twist on the whole Creighton Duke story arc. Like he becomes so obsessed with the myth of Jason that he actually becomes Jason. Figuratively, not literally. But I can totally see that. Rob the Jason Hunter versus Clay from the remake. I would probably go with Clay. Clay had a little bit more success against Jason. Rob pretty much was all set up and then got taken out with a fucking gardening tool. Oh shit. I was trying to read your like comment, Ty, and fucking shot up. It is obvious that Duke was older than John. Do you amaze characters so therefore we can assume that Duke was the same age as the actor, 44 years old? And so that would be Duke born in 1958. Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that. I could go with that. Because, I mean, there's nothing that says otherwise. We don't have a headstone or anything like that. I mean, that we would have to take Adam Marcus's word on. Like, just because there's no other source on it. Like, he wouldn't become insane, actually. He would become obsessed. I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. Like, if you become so obsessed that actually drives you insane, that could be also a thing that happened to Roy Burns. Have a feast of Valhalla. I most certainly will. No, Anthony, we're going to be playing DBD on Twitch. Jonathan says, if we didn't have Jason Goes to Hell, you could honestly have had Creighton Duke as possibly Tommy's protege, possibly the younger brother of Ali, like you said. I would enjoy that. I would enjoy that. Or at the very least after part 6, because personally me, I think after the events of part 6, for Jason's body to remain in the lake unrecovered, I would think that Tommy's going to be arrested for the murders of everyone. They're not going to take Megan's word. Rick is not going to flip and say that Jason did it because he was never in the presence of Jason. So I think Tommy would likely be in jail.
And Creighton Duke would be one of those people to visit him and get his firsthand accounts of the events of Part 6. And probably use that for his notes. That's what would kind of make sense to me. Yeah, Ethan, pretty much anything in New Line for me is all in it. Well, not for me, but it's from rights alone is its own continuity because they weren't able to use aspects of things. They were able to use Pamela. We know that in Freddy vs. Jason. They were able to use the Jason name. They were able to use Camp Crystal Lake, and they're able to use the hockey mask look. But we don't get any references to Tommy Jarvis. We don't get any references to any of the surviving characters from any of the Friday films. Even in Freddy vs. Jason, when they had the perfect attempt to make a reference to Roy Burns when they thought Jason was a copycat, they could have said, yeah, this has happened before. We had copycats, or there were copycats of Jason before. They make no mention of it because they do not have the rights to Roy Burns. So, like, pretty much it's that kind of thing. Hey, what's going on, Keck? How you doing over there on D Live, man? Sorry it took me so long to get to you. Ranger, he's killing me! Ranger also says, and who's going to believe a bunch of kids? Let's just keep it real. Pretty much. When all of these people are getting killed, who are you going to believe? Like, I mean, if you weren't there firsthand to experience an undead killer back from the dead, murdering all of these cops and all of these counselors, and you have a guy who has a history of violence and was directly in contact with the supposed killer that these people are saying is running around undead, who would you believe? Like, I mean, to be completely honest. And likely, I don't think Megan would have backed them up as soon as they would have threatened anything with mental institutions. That's the other thing. Tommy is an escaped mental institution patient. That's another thing. They're not going to take him seriously. And for some cases, there is such thing as a mass hysteria. So they could ultimately disregard all witnesses just because of Tommy creating mass hysteria. So there's a good chance of that too. Yeah, that'd be true. I still think something like Ali though would be best fit for you, Ty. Or maybe he's not the little brother to Ali. Maybe he's the older brother, and Ali dies. Maybe think of that, because that would create even more of an emotional bond and wanting vengeance, and then everything, like I said, takes place. That could be something too. That could definitely. I would rather link him to Ali than one of the like final girls. Exactly, Jonathan. I think that would be a hell of a conversation. And what if he gets the broken finger idea from Tommy? Like Tommy has has mentally broken after the events of Part 6. Like he thinks he's good, but he's still seeing hallucinations of Jason, and he's broken. So when Duke comes there to get information out of him, maybe he learns that broken finger trick, like everything has a price, from Tommy. That would be a nice little callback to Jason Goes to Hell as well. T-Rex says, for the TV series, I hope that they do a thing where people with severe inner conflict will start to act out with their feelings. Then they enter the camp and would explain Creighton Duke. Yeah, pretty much. Because the obsession calls jealousy to it. That could be too. That's true, Ty. I mean, across the board, you can have Jason for an hour and a half shitting in a stall, and if people don't like it, they'll make their own shit. Literally and figuratively. Oh my gosh. All right. So, in closing, are you guys hyped for Never Hike in the Snow? Are you now even more excited for the sequel to come after to Never Hike Alone? because I know I'm already trying to throw money at my screen for helping Vincente DeSanti out. So definitely keep an eye on Discord and all that. Excuse me. Make sure you keep an eye on the Discord. I'm going to be dropping everything I can whenever this comes out. The streams that we're going to be doing on Never Hike in the Snow, when that comes out, that will be on YouTube. We will be watching Never Hike in the Snow on YouTube. We won't be watching that on Twitch, because around that time on Twitch, we'll be watching the Paramount films on watch parties. So keep that in mind. I am going to wrap up this first stream here. I hope you guys had a awesome time, and I will see you guys in, say, about what, like hour and a half or so. I'm gonna go grab some food, finish that up. I'm gonna be merry, as is said. And make sure you guys jump over on Twitch. You got your notifications on, and I will see you over there. The next stream is about an hour and a half, Kaiden. We're going to switch over to Twitch. So hopefully I see you guys there. You guys stay safe. And as always, I am JG Dark. And thanks for watching for now. See you guys later.
Never laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in bloody sheets to drop you 6 feet underneath. They put you in a pine wood box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. It all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose. A slimy beetle with demon's eyes chews through your stomach and out your sides. Your stomach turns to rancid grease, and pus pours out like melted cheese. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you'll eat when you're dead. And the worms crawl out, the worms crawl in, the worms that crawl in are lean and thin, the ones that crawl out are fat and stout. Your eyes fall in and your hair falls out. Your brain turns into maggot pie. Your liver starts to liquefy. And for the living all is well as you sink further into hell. And the flames rise up to drag you down into the fire where you will drown. Your skin melts off as you descend, and Satan tears you limb from limb. Your suffering will never end. And the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. They'll eat your guts and then shit them out. And when your bones begin to rot, the worms remain, but you do not. So don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for someday you'll be the one to die. And when death brings his cold despair, ask yourself, will anyone